An animal rights group has concluded that an alarming number of pet shops are violating state laws on the sale of live animals. The investigation has uncovered evidence of suffering in less than ideal conditions. 7 on your side's Michael Finney is here with undercover video you're going to see only on 7 tonight.
That's right. Sacramento-based Animal Protection Institute sent an undercover investigator to pet shops in 4 key metropolitan cities, including San Francisco. They found what they call serious cause for concern. In all, the Animal Protection Institute visited 64 stores throughout the state, randomly selecting ones that sell live animals.
What surprised me was how frequently I found poor conditions. Because
she does undercover work, we can't show this API investigator's face, but we can show you the things she saw. Like these puppies at an LA pet shop sitting in manure runoff from the chicken cage next to them.
They were a large breed puppy, and that their ribs were showing and their eyes were oozing, so they were not in great health.
API says 44% of the stores visited had at least one animal that was sick, injured, or showed signs of psychological distress or neglect. There were lethargic-looking puppies, a bird with only one claw, and guinea pigs covered with scabs.
I purchased 2 of them and took them to a veterinarian, and they were diagnosed with sarcoptic mange, which is scabies, which is infectious to people.
She also saw dead chameleons.
With reptiles, it's often really hard to tell when they're sick or when they're not doing well because of the way that reptiles are, but a dead reptile pretty much tells you the state of their welfare.
Overcrowding was another big problem, especially with birds. And at least 24% of the stores visited didn't provide animals with sanitary food or water.
And I think one of the most shocking things for us is that this is actually happening in public view. So what does this say about parts of the pet industry that we can't see behind closed doors?
Even though California has some of the strictest pet store laws in the country, API says they are clearly not working.
Good laws aren't enough. They actually must be effectively enforced.
Those on the front lines agree, saying enforcement is especially difficult because many state laws aren't specific enough.
The laws are pretty vague in that vein in terms of you've got to provide proper and adequate care and treatment. And the question is, whose interpretation is that?
Animal control officers are also forced to prioritize since they provide a range of services, including public protection.
If we have, a menacing dog in a schoolyard and somebody calls that there's a parakeet that may be sick in a pet store, it's not going to get handled right then. We're going to go to the menacing dog in a schoolyard.
The public are really our eyes and ears out there in the community. We can't be everywhere, and we depend on them to give us a call when they see something that might rise to the level of animal abuse or animal cruelty.
Now, if you see a serious problem, like an animal that's obviously sick, speak up then and there.
It is absolutely essential that they bring it to the attention of somebody at the store so we can get immediate care for that animal.
The Institute also says consumers can help by not buying companion animals from pet shops.
Call up your local animal shelter, your local animal control, your local rescue group, and see these animals that really are the ones that need homes tremendously.
And not only is that better for the animals because they've had proper care and attention, but also you're more likely to be bringing home an animal that's actually healthy.
We are talking about huge money here. The sale of live animals amounted to about $1.6 billion last year. That's with a B. And there's no telling how much people spend in veterinarian care for animals that were sick or injured before they were even brought home. Now, to see API's report and a summary of the state's pet shop laws, go to abc7news.com. Look for 7 on your side.
How many times? Yeah.
Those are issues that you've addressed before about having pets.
It's just so sad.
I
know. It's amazing.
All right. Thank you, sir. Sure. Just ahead tonight, the U.S. forges a trade deal with China.